permeates us, and that mana spirit is a spirit of it's a spirit of anchoring. It's a spirit of gratitude. It's a spirit of a warrior sense that we're going to get through this thing. So I do believe that, and I try and tap into mana spirit every day when I'm just giving my thanks, to the universe and the good Lord above. So what's everybody? There's a lot of flags from around the world, and I'm just realizing now that my flag game, I need to step up with my flag game, because I'm like, hey, I don't recognize that flag. But there is a ton of flags that I don't recognize. Well, welcome you guys around the world. It's about that time. When you start hearing that, that's when it's time for another one. All right, so that's funny. Okay, so this, all right, so this whole week, there's been a lot of interest and a lot of questions in something that I said. A post that I did, I think, maybe about a week ago, and in that post I talked about the 3 careers, or the multiple careers that I wanted to have before I finally landed on this career that I have today. And that was, I wanted to be the heavyweight boxing champion of the world. That did not happen for me. I thought I had some decent skills. I thought I had a good right hook and a right hand, good left hook. That did not happen. And I also, the thing that caught everybody's attention was I had a dream, a goal of being a country music singer. So, my musical taste, for those who don't know, which is many of you, it's varied. So I love hip hop. I love country music, traditional country music. I mean, really hardcore traditional country music. Johnny Paycheck, George Jones, Hank Williams Jr., just to name a few. Vern Gosdin, guys like that. And I love hip hop. I love country. I love blues, and I love reggae. I love everything from the island, which you guys are hearing now on my playlist. In the islands, Hawaiian Islands, Samoan Islands, and I love all kinds of music. I truly, truly love all kinds of music. We kind of grew up as a musical family, so a lot of interest in. So the story is with me wanting to be a country music singer. When I was 15 years old, we moved from Hawaii to Nashville, Tennessee. When I say moved, I mean we were kicked off the island in Hawaii because we couldn't afford the rent, so we were evicted. And of all places, I was sent to Nashville, Tennessee to be with my old man while my mom did everything she could to finally come to Nashville. So I'm in Nashville, 15 years old, and I had no money, and I got stuck in this little motel with a dude who I didn't even really know. My dad was on the road. It was a different scenario than I thought. My mom thought that it would be for me, but it was what it was. Those were my cards. So I'm stuck in this little shitty motel on Murfreesboro Road in Nashville, Tennessee, with this dude who I didn't really know, but eventually I became real good friends with him. And I didn't have any money, so every day, you guys are gonna think this is funny, I used to go to this grocery store, and it was called like the Piggly Wiggly or something like that, and I would just steal food to eat. So I had my school backpack. I would go in there, and I loved stealing, like it was just donuts and shit like that I would steal. So I would steal, and I'd put stuff in my bag, and I'd walk out, whatever it is I could steal that I could just eat right away, and that's how I ate. I also, I used to just belt out singing, by the way, because I was 15 and I didn't give a shit. Now keep in mind, I'm 15 years old in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm already about 6'4", 215, 220 pounds. I got a big ass mustache that looks like a porn stash. It was awful. I had an afro, couldn't afford a haircut, acne everywhere, long and lanky. I looked, I looked like a lot of shit was wrong. And then I was like, you know what, I could be, my goal was to be a pro boxer is what I wanted to do, because I wasn't playing football at that time. So, another toast, by the way. Welcome to all you, everybody else, because I don't need much to toast. So I'm going to raise a glass. That's good. So I'll never forget it. I was inside. Hold on. Let me grab some ice. 1 second. I should get my skills. Look at that. All right. I think there's a bug in there. Protein. We'll leave them in. So I was inside this grocery store, and I'll never forget it. This one day, and again, I wanted to be. I just knew I did not want to be broke anymore. I didn't want to be broke. So, cheers. Where's the bug? There it is. Got him. I told him he didn't want this blood. A mosquito finally landed in there. Now you got it. So one day I was stealing all this shit. Yoo-hoos and ding-dongs and all that. So I'll never forget, I got to turn this down. So I started belting out a song in Nashville, Tennessee, in like the Piggly Wiggly when I'm 15 years old. And the song was, I'm just a singer, natural born guitar ringer. And I start belting. Keep in mind, when I'm singing this, I'm stealing. Kind of a clinger. And I'm just putting shit in it. I'm looking down the house, sad old songs. And I'm not a walk behind her. And I'm singing and I'm stealing. And again, I don't have a care in the world. I just don't give a shit. I've already been arrested multiple times when I was in Hawaii as a teenager. So I'm like, as a blues man, it's already all right, that kind of thing. So when I'm done singing, this woman comes around the corner and she looks at me like this, and she looks, and I thought I was busted. And she looks, and I look at her, and she looks at me, and she's like, And I look at her, and she goes, you are not what I expected to see when I came around this corner. And again, I thought it was busted. I thought she worked there. And I didn't say anything. She kind of came up. She goes, are you in a band? I was like, wow, thank you for saying that right away. I'm like, wow, she must be tone deaf. But I said, but no. I said, no, ma'am. And I thought maybe she was an undercover cop. I don't know. So she goes away from Hawaii to Nashville to kind of live out your dream. And I was like, what? And then she goes, how old are you? Now I'm 15 years old. I'm already 6'4", 215, 220, porn mustache, afro. And she goes, how old are you? And I said, I'm 21. Because I'm like, I've got to tell this woman I'm 21. I'm of age. She goes, well, have you gone down to Music Row yet? And I said, no. And she goes, well, you need to go down to Music Row. And so for those of you who don't know, Music Row in Nashville, Tennessee is, it's the heart of country music. And that's where the Ryman Auditorium, the Grand Ole Opry is, Ernest Tubbs Record Shop, Tootsie's famous Orchid Lounge, and a lot of bars who these country acts, every country act has gone through Music Row. And it's an iconic place and a good place to go there. I can't go there anymore because it's too much of a zoo. I tried to go about 10 years ago. Everyone was like, there's a rock. So I said, all right, I'm going to make myself. So when I got back to the motel, I'm eating the shit that I stole, and I went, that's it. That's a sign from God that I'm going to be a country music singer. I love country music. I can somewhat hold a tune. You know what? I'm going to do this. So I make my way, me and my buddy make our way down to Music Row. And we're in this little dive bar. It's a little shithole bar. And I shouldn't be in there anyway. I'm 15, and I'm already in there. And I'm drinking. I have no business drinking. Like a Jack Daniels and Diet Coke. Because I love whiskey. And, well, at least I had the wherewithal to do a Diet Coke. I was watching my weight. Um, so I was trying to look for the courage to, excuse me, to talk to the bartender and say, hey man, maybe can I get up and sing or do anything like that? Time for another toast. What's up, Brazil? Good to see you. Good to see you, Canada. Salute, brother. Good to see you. Yes, we're putting that in there too. Good to see everybody. So, anyway, so I'm down on Music Row. We're in this bar, and I don't start singing. It's not like I could, get up there and try and sing a song. And he is really like, he's off his rocker. I mean, he's just looking for another hit. And I'm in there with my buddy. We're sitting up at the bar, and he said, "Who wants to buy a car?" And we look around, and I mean, there was nobody in this place but me and my buddy. I said, "How much?" And he said, "I don't know." He said something like $80 or whatever. $80 to buy a car. He was just looking for a hit. And I said, "Well, I got 35 or 40. I can't remember what it is. I'll give you this now, and I'll come back and give you the rest." So he's like, "All right, boom." I give him $35. We get out of there at this bar down in Nashville. We hop in. We're driving down the road. Me and my buddy are high-fiving like we got away with some shit. The car was probably stolen. And as we're driving down the road, true story, I hear some noise in the back, and it is a big-bodied 1970-something blue Thunderbird. I'm driving. I hear some noise. We hear some noise. We look around, and we look in the back, and there's another crackhead passed out on the floor. I swear to God. And again, it's in these big-bodied old-school vehicles where the back seat was like this wide. There's another dude passed out on the back. And you're my cousin. Great. I got a lot of cousins, but, well, thank you. Welcome. I'm glad you're my cousin, family. Welcome, family. There's another crackhead pass out on the back. We pull over. I get this guy out. I'm like, "Get out, man." He's like, "Oh, where's my buddy?" Whoever. I'm like, "I don't know where your buddy is, but now this is my car. Get out of here." So I kicked him out. So we go back to the motel that I was staying at, and sleep. The next day I get up and I try to put gas in the car, but the crackhead didn't give me the gas key. And I was like, what am I doing? I'm here in Nashville. I should be in school. I'm not in school. I'm stealing shit every day. I just went down to Music Row. I just bought a stolen car from a crackhead. What the fuck? So at least at 15, I just knew enough. I was like, you know what? I can't ever go down to Music Row again, because I'm going to get in so much trouble, and my mom eventually is going to come into town. And so I thought, you know what? It's a sign from God that I'm going to put my dreams of being a country music star on the back burner. But still, I've got a lot of friends in country music, and Willie Nelson is a good buddy of mine. He gave me my first guitar, which is very cool, and hummed and strummed a few country tunes over the years. So anyway, that's my country music story, and I'm sticking to it. Cheers. Oh, yes, another question just came in about Terramana. So I want to thank you guys for being so let me switch it up really quickly. My skills. All right, there we go. I want to thank you guys for all the love for Terramana that you've shown. And what I mean by this is the videos that you guys have been sending in love and Terramana, and as you're pairing it with your foods every night, has been great. They've been so creative. They've been so funny, and I want to thank you guys. So please continue to. That is another flag I don't recognize. Japan, I recognize you. Welcome, Japan. Correct. So without this crackhead, you wouldn't be who you are today. That is correct, James Jefferson Jr. Yeah. Well, cheers to crackheads, I guess. I want to thank you guys for all the love with Terramana. You guys, the videos you've been sending in, the pictures, but the videos too as well, have just been so creative and so funny and so entertaining. And again, when that liquid hits the lips, as I like to say, your responses have been great. So thank you guys. Keep sending in the videos. It's been awesome, and we'll keep doing these. We'll do these. We'll find a day where we're doing these cocktails with DJ. We'll call it rocktails with DJ. That sounds a little better. Cocktails with DJ. That could go in a different direction. What's up, Cuba? Welcome. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. I love it. Because there's so many flags coming in, and I thought I was a fairly intelligent guy, fairly kind of somewhat, but my 3 favorite lifts in the gym. All right, this is a good question, really quickly. So my 3 favorite lifts in the gym would be, let's see, I love squats. Squats are good. Let me see. Is there a People's Spicy Margarita? Here come all the questions. Big Rami, good to see you, buddy. Bay Area, good to see you. Welcome. What's up, India? Good to see you guys, too. What's up, Brazil? Not many people know that I'm from the Bay Area. I was born in San Francisco, Hayward, to be exact. What's up, Canada? My favorite movie I ever made. Well, that's one I can't actually say. Kidding. Oh, that's funny. I do know some blues. Of course I know blues. I love blues. Kristen Randall, really? What's up, Mama? Your dad is from... Wow, that's cool. All right, so yes, I know some blues, but before that, so my 3 favorite lifts in the gym, one would be squats. I love squats. I love doing legs. Legs for me is I really enjoy doing legs. I love doing legs. I love doing chest. You got to work on the pec meat. And the other move that I love, in the gym is called the flying lip lock. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. What's up, Calgary? Good to see you. The other move in the gym that I like, honestly, I like it all. I like it all. I used to. No, legs are just my favorite to train. That's it. What's up, Germany? Good to see you. I appreciate you. Pat, good to see you guys. Paul Walker, question mark. Yeah, I miss Paul, of course, man. Of course. That was so sad. So sad. I miss that guy. We should work out together. Francis Gano. Let me tell you something, brother. You ain't ready for me. You are not ready for me. Let me tell you guys something. The dude who just said that, his name is Francis Ngannou. I think I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name right. Don't get mad if I don't. But I respect and love this guy so much. He is one of the top heavyweights in MMA in the world, and he is a dominant beast of a man. And I can't wait to see him fight again. Yeah, of course, brother. I'd love to work out with you, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. You're not ready for me. Oh, that's funny. Blues, yes, I got it. Sing blues. I love blues. Oh, thank you for saying that, champ. I appreciate that. That I'm your inspiration. Truly, truly. All jokes aside, I appreciate that, brother. I've been following your career, Francis, so thank you for saying that. And I wish you nothing but the best. I hear really cool things about you, and I look forward to seeing you and seeing you fight again. And, you know, to all the fighters, by the way, UFC and MMA around the world, specifically UFC, obviously, because I've really been following them closely. Dana White and I are very good buddies. I feel for you guys not being able to fight, but soon enough, I mean, there's a silver lining in this. Maybe it's your training, maybe it's your mental capacity that you could expand right now, as you guys aren't allowed in the cage right now, as you've been shut down. But there is some silver lining in all this, and I hope you guys find it, because when you come back, the velocity of which you guys come back, I expect to see just dynamite fights when you guys come back in the cage, and I can't wait. The moment I can be their cage side. I'm going to be their cage side. All right, here we go. All right, yes, tell your mama I said hello. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That's another flag that I don't know where you're from. Yes. Phil Heath, cheers, brother. Good to see you. That is Mr. Olympia himself, the iconic Phil Heath. Welcome. Cap, good to see you too. Sending you nothing but love. Love that woman. She's great. She works for me. She is the best. Blues, yes, I sing blues. All right, you guys don't want to hear me sing blues. That's another flag. I don't know where you're from around the world. You don't want to hear me sing blues. You don't. Here we go. Sorry, got a little air guitar. It's from an artist named Kebmo. He is one of the greatest, in my opinion. You had style, you had class, you had everything to make a love last. You had grace, you had charm, you had the rock hanging on your arm. When I found out you were a fake, you ran up and bit me like a snake. But I wasn't ready to let go, to let all my feelings show. Tell me why you wanna be so cold, why you wanna be so mean. You better let your true colors show. You're a perpetual blues machine. And you kind of just vamp it out from there. Perpetual blues machine. Perpetual blues machine. Alright, I take requests. The more I drink, the more requests I take. There's your blues. You're welcome. Well, you know the rule. Anytime we hear that. Have I ever thought about doing a Christmas album? You know, I don't like Christmas songs. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Oh shit. DJ nipping at your no. Yeah, one day we'll do that. We got to do that. Hiram, we got to do that. Come on. We will do that for sure. What is my hype song? I got a whole bunch of hype songs. I should do a duet with Lauren, by the way, my wife, who's an amazing singer and great writer of music. She comes from a musical family. Her dad, Sid Hashin, was the drummer of Boston. Remember that badass rock band from the 70s, early 80s, Boston. Sid Passion, he was a bad drummer, man. Kept that beat. Speaking of Lauren, she's going to be texting me any minute. Get your ass inside this house. Come and sing to me in bed. All right. You're going to regret that. Could have made some Corona babies. All right. Here we go. Oh, that's a good question. Do I miss wrestling? And get that's funny. Tell us your hype song. I do miss wrestling. I love wrestling. I loved professional wrestling. I loved it. Here's what I loved about it. I love creating with the pro wrestlers that I had great chemistry with. But the thing I miss most about professional wrestling was just being able to connect with an audience every night. And every night was just a showcase. I didn't give a shit about being, as many of you know, as you follow my career in pro wrestling, I didn't give a shit about being the biggest guy, the strongest guy, the loudest guy, the toughest guy, the guy who won all the time, the guy who was the craziest and jumped off, the top of the cage and moons and all that shit. No, but by the way, there's a purpose for those guys, by the way. Many of those guys are my friends. I just cared about connecting with an audience. That was really always the most important thing. So I miss that part of pro wrestling because there's nothing like it, and there's nothing like being able to listen to an audience. I love it, but I do miss that. Yeah, but also the wrestling business has changed really dramatically since I was in it, and not to say that it's changed for the worse or the better. It's just different, and I still follow it, and I have a lot of love and respect for all the men and women who continue to put their bodies on the line. And by the way, it's crazy that working hard and just wrestling and sweating and on each other and just doing all of this, but all in the name of entertaining the fans, which I think is always cool because wrestling has always had this adaptability to it that is always very cool. So I do. So thanks for asking me that. Yes. Dana White, good to see you, my brother. Always. I got nothing but love for you, man. And I feel you, brother. I feel you with everything you're going through. So when you guys come back and when the company comes back, you're going to get the velocity of which you guys come back. I mean, every fight is just going to be, they're going to be bangers. So the moment I can, I'm going to be cage side. I'm going to be right there with you, Dana. So good to see you, brother. Mark Chris Shoes, good to see you, brother. Have I ever thought about writing a book? I have, and thank you. As a matter of fact, as the wind kicks up right now, I actually did write a book. I wrote my first book when I was 27, I think, or 28 years old, and I was flying by the seat of my pants. And I remember writing a book back then, and I remember thinking, is anyone really going to give a shit about a book that I write? I swear to God, I thought that. This was when I was I was a professional wrestler, and the answer to that was very luckily, fortunately, it shot to #1 on the New York Times bestsellers list and outsold the Dalai Lama and all these other just incredible writers and authors, and I was really blessed and very lucky. But yeah, so I may write another book. We'll see one day. I don't know. Possibly. I got to tell you that I actually attempted to write another book. It was about 5 years ago with Joe Layden, who's a very good buddy of mine. He's a writer who wrote my first book, who helped me write my first book. But it's an interesting thing because with the advent and the surge of social media, what this connection has really identified is it's so powerful, this connection that I have with you guys, and this authenticity and me being able to be open with you and share stories, anecdotes, ups, downs, goods, bads, whatever it is, on a daily basis or a live basis like this. It almost takes the place of a book. There's another thing that we can do. I don't know what it is yet, but we're going to figure it out, and I got to talk to my my literary agents and figure out what that is, but we'll see. All right, just more flags that are coming in that I just don't. We're gonna have a one-man show on Broadway one day. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Brad Slater, you work on it. We'll have a one-man show on Broadway. That's a good idea. All right. Well, a good friend of mine and somebody who I work with, her name is Kristen Randall. She just suggested that I have a shot with everybody. Well, you know, I gotta say, Kristen, some of your ideas are good, and some of your ideas are great. So, let's have a shot. All right, everybody. Break out your drinks, everybody. I will give you a second to break them all out. Break it out. Break out your Terramana. Break out your... That is another flag I don't recognize. What's up, Jamaica? Good to see you guys. I miss you. Can't wait to come back to Jamaica. Whew, had some good times in Jamaica. Times I can't mention, but... so break it out, whatever you guys are drinking, whether it's wine, whether it's Terramana, whether it's beer, whether it's scotch, whether it's whiskey, whatever it is. I'll wait. We're going to do a little shot. We're going to do actually a closing toast of a shot is what we'll do. Here we go. So, here we go. There we go. There's always room for another shot.
باقي ما درتش 1 مليون دولار حيد الكوكا وارش قوفه. باقي ما درتش المليون دولار حيد موكا ارش قوف زيت. نشوف شي عوابه هنا الراب ريحته خنزات. او يو AKA.
What's up, Jamaica? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Mr. THEROCK.
I'm just letting you guys get your drinks ready.
Thank you.
We're going to do a nice shot right now. Just
Thank
get your
you, my
drinks
boy.
ready. Get them ready. What am I reading right now? Oh, that's a good question. I'm reading this great pop-up book. It's called How to Make Corona Babies. I'm kidding. You know, I haven't been reading much lately, to be honest with you. I've just been on a big time to Bro Bible. What's going on? How am I feeling about Black Adam? Bro Bible, you guys are my buddies. I love you guys. So Black Adam, okay, so just so you guys know, before we take... going on with my project, so I was currently shooting Red Notice for Netflix with myself, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, with our writer-director Rawson Thurber, and we were shut down because of the coronavirus, so at some point we will pick that back up. Black Adam, we still plan on shooting, and probably at the end of summer now, probably pushed maybe into August, maybe September, so we will see, but I can't wait for that. I mean, I have been training so hard for months and months and months and months for Black Adam. And that is a passion project for me. It's a role that I hold dear and here into my DNA, so I can't wait. So thank you guys for asking that question. All right. What's up, Brazil? Good to see you guys. All right, get your drinks ready. Here we go. All right. So this final toast, here we go. I'm making Terramana babies after these shots, so good for you. You better, and you can name them DJ or Dwanetta or Rock. All right, here we go. Let me take a little sip. Oh, that's good. All right. So raise your glasses. So in closing, I want to say, guys, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me with this awesome nightcap. It was really cool catching up with you guys, reading your questions, and connecting with you guys as always. And so this toast, as I'm feeling the mana right now, not only am I feeling the Terra mana right now in the best way, but also feeling the mana of the islands. As you guys can hear, I think you could hear this music. This toast is to the healthcare workers. This toast is to the grocery store stockers and everyone who is working in the grocery stores. This toast is for the workers who are working in the restaurants and the takeouts and everything that, as we're pulling up and just trying to get our takeout meals and our food. The farmers who are still making it happen. Their lives essentially in jeopardy. I mean, truly, 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 this toast goes to you. And selfishly speaking, more flags that I see from countries I don't know where you're at. I got to raise my flag game. But this toast as well goes to all the mamas and daddies out there who, from the time we are awake to the time we go to bed, we are on 24/7 with our babies and parenting 24 hours out of the day from sunup to sundown. And when I go to sleep tonight at midnight, or maybe a little later, we are exhausted. And you know what, though? It is a silver lining, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And I know you guys wouldn't either, because we're spending so much time with our babies. But holy shit, we are in it from sunup to sundown, and balancing, feeding our babies 3, 4, 5 times a day, and they're on us all day, making sure that they're being educated with their schooling, their classes, trying to time for ourselves, time for our partners, the whole thing. So to the mamas and daddies out there, this one's for you. And if you're not a mama and daddy, or if you're a teenager, by the way, I was also thinking about this. This is the longest toast ever, by the way. Teenager who, if you were graduating from high school and this is the shit that you're dealing with right now, I feel for you. However, there is a silver lining in this, because you're still going to go out and tackle the world, regardless of whether or not this wasn't the ideal graduation time, which clearly it's not. So with that, I love you guys. I thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And cheers. That was good. And I will see you on Tuesday. We'll do a little Terramana Tuesday. We'll do